assistant coaches for TCL, which is the Team Combat League.
So TCL, that kind of came out of nowhere, like as far as like an opportunity for pros to kind of make a name for themselves.
Yes.
Kind of tell me a little bit about just what TCL is, like what are the opportunities from TCL that pros can get? Like why did they choose to go to TCL versus like, you know, traditionally just getting like regular fights? Like why should I go to TCL from the pro?
Got you. Well, the guys coming into TCL, it's an opportunity for them to show their explosiveness in boxing, right? We fight 1 round, 3 minutes, we fight as a team, right? We win the rounds as points. So what's good for a fighter to come is just that he's able to actually put a 4-round fight into 1 round, right? You put all your skills together, knowledge, focus, and just put it all together for that 1 round in TLC.
That makes sense, because it's kind of like if I'm going to get a highlight for somebody to see who I am, what better way than to just get it all out in 1 round?
Yes, that's correct.
I mean, it could be very dangerous, but like at the same time, it could be really good.
That's right, that's correct. And it's good exposure. It's good exposure for the fighters. I mean, you know, they're in this league. Everybody's seeing them with the league. So, you know, if they're going to their pro career, it's good for they ride that wave of TLC and go right into their pro career. It's good advertisement and good exposure for them.
Does anybody come from Team Combat League and transition into like a higher status? Or is there anybody that's started up there and like moved up?
Yeah, well, we're into our 2nd season now, so we really don't have too many guys that actually been there. But last year we had some great fighters. We had Keith Hunter, he's an outstanding pro right now. We had a lot of guys that come through the league in the 1st season. Same thing with the 2nd league season. We got some guys that are 6-0 and they're just looking to continue their pro careers. And this is just another step for them. TLC, you know, they love it. It's, like I said, it's great exposure for them. It's an exciting round, and they learn how to compose themselves in that 1 round.
Yeah, so obviously you didn't make it as high as you made it by just being a random person. Like, what's your background? Like, how did you get to like your position?
I'm from New York, born and raised in the Bronx. I'm like Benny Blanco or Boricua from the Bronx. But I've been around boxing my whole life. My brother was a top trainer, worked with over 10 world champions. I grew up in the Boys and Girls Club, and boxing is just in my blood. I just love it. I own Villa Boxing in South Jersey. I've been open 6 years. Small town in New Jersey called Byron, New Jersey. And then I got contracted out here to come and work for fighters. So I'm in my element, and this is what I do. So I'm just following my own dream as well as making dreams come true.
Do you have any fighters out of, you said Villa, right?
Yeah, Villa Boxing, New Jersey.
Do you have any, I guess, fighters that are over there? Do you have a lot of stock on? You're like, this guy's going to be the next guy.
Yeah, I got 2 young men back in the Philadelphia area. One named June Davila, the other one named Francisco the Cisco Kid Rodriguez. They're both 135 pounds. I've been working with them since they were 8 years old. They're both 19-year-old grown men now, and they're 4-0 and 135 pounds. So they got bright futures in this business. So that's my pleasure on what I do, man. I just like to work with fighters and get them right. I got 2 guys from Germany here. Yeah, they're 10. One's 10-0 with 6 knockouts. German world champion in the amateur division over there.
Okay.
So I just fulfill dreams. I build dreams, man, through boxing. That's what we do.
You've been over here in Vegas. You've seen the talent over here in Vegas. And you started off in, the Jersey and New York area. What are your thoughts on, like, I guess the boxers over here versus over there? Like, how people train over there versus over here? Like,
got you. Well, the East Coast, I must say the East Coast is strong. Some of the best fighters come out of Philadelphia. There's some beast out there, so I got to represent the East Coast. But here on the West Coast, the fighters are tough as well. The elements are a lot stronger. I mean, it gets hot out here, man. The heat is something that I ain't felt. I ain't think the planet got that hot. But they're on stage here. They're on the biggest stage that you can be. If you're a fighter and you want to pursue your career in boxing, there's no other place you should be but Vegas. This is where it's at. This is the mecca of boxing. That's right. That's right. And we got a big fight this weekend with Tank Davis and Fred Martin. So it's going to be a good weekend for us over here.
For sure, bro. One of the things that I guess I can really pick on, since you've been a trainer for so long, you've learned a lot about the amateurs. You've learned a lot about transitioning into a pro. What kind of advice do you have for the people coming up to get where we are right now, top level, or to get to any high-profile gym?
Yeah, in this sport, there's no part-time in boxing. I mean, we all say it. There is no part-time. You can play basketball, you can play football. There is no playing in this game. Right behind me, this is a man's world. So You know, all I can say is in the sport of boxing, you just got to work hard. It's hard work, repetition, work. Basically, it's all I can say. You know, if you love this craft and you work hard, your results will pay off. But in the boxing world, it starts with hard work and dedication. I'm big on that.
Do you have any advice for people coming up?
Yeah, just team is a big thing. You got to have a good team around you. There is no world champion that has done it and made it by himself. It's a team effort in this sport. So once again, you just got to have a good team to look out for your best interests, look out for your right moves, and together as a team you can grow and become a world champion. This is a team sport. It's not an individual sport, you know. So I'm big on team. I'm big on team, definitely. You got to have that chemistry.
And having the right people around you.
That's correct. That's correct.
Although it's sometimes harder than it sounds.
That's right. That's right. There's a lot of people come and go in this sport. So as a fighter, you just got to put people around you that are going to care for you, going to look for the right vision for you, and stay on the right road.
I just thought of one last thing that I think you really be able to help with. Relationships. How do you manage relationships and also your big dream? I mean, I'm sure
As a fighter,
with your age, how old did you say you were?
I'm 53.
53.
Making it look great, baby.
Yeah, you look good. You've seen a lot. You've seen a lot of people come and go. You've seen a lot of people like, hey, this guy was really hot, and then he found a girlfriend, and now he's not really training like that anymore.
Yes.
You know, he has a kid. He's not really training like that anymore.
Yes, happens every day.
He had to get a job, and he's not really in the gym anymore. You know, like what advice do you have, or what speak on it? Just the whole topic in general.
Well, it happens every day. I've seen some of the most talented fighters, you know, get distracted or have to stop what they're doing in their career for their family, for their kids, or for their girlfriend, quote unquote. You know, in the boxing world, the girlfriend is a taboo thing, right? We kind of tell them leave them at home because it just comes down to everything: training, stamina, all that good stuff. But I do support a good family around the fighter. I mean, a happy fighter is a great fighter. I'm big on that too, you know. They can juggle both. I really don't try to separate none or the other, just as long as the family part is on the boxing part, and they're not trying to put a line in between. That's where it gets a little difficult.
You've seen some stuff like that?
Oh yeah, I've seen some things that girlfriends don't want their fighters in gym.
Or they're done, like,
or they're done, or it's me or that, it's me or that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that happens all the time, and some of the most talented fighters have to juggle with that. But if a fighter has a family, a wife or something that supports, which I see it every day here as well, it's just a plus. It's just a plus. You're able to do your work, take it home, and continue your career and talk about all that good stuff at home. So it's great support, as long as you have it correct.
So I guess it comes down to you got to find the right person.
Yes, and the individual. It comes down to being able to handle that. Being able to split both them worlds up. It's not easy.
That's true, man, because it's kind of like military, you know? It's like some people are made to withstand it, and some people can't take it.
That's right, that's right. I mean, this is a hard sport. Some of these guys are training here now, and they're going to go home and sleep for 7 hours. So you go home, and then you got to deal with whatever you have to deal with home. It takes special people to keep that balance. So it's an individual thing for sure.
Okay, man. Fantastic interview.
I appreciate that. I just want to, follow Philip Boxing on IG, VILA_boxing, Coach David Anthony, and stay tuned because we ain't going nowhere.
Awesome. Appreciate you, bro.
Thank you.